Welcome to Confessing the Faith, a theological and devotional walk through the 1689 Baptist Confession of Faith. I'm your host, Sam Waldron, one of the pastors of Grace Reformed Baptist Church in Owensboro, Kentucky, and professor of systematic theology at Covenant Baptist Theological Seminary. We have been thinking about the great teaching of the Confession on saving faith found in chapter 14 of the Confession. Having considered its source and its acts or responses to Scripture, we come to paragraph 3 and think about the distinctiveness of saving faith. Listen to that paragraph. This faith, although it be different degrees and may be weak or strong, yet it is in the least degree of it different in the kind or nature of it, as is all other saving grace from the faith and common grace of temporary believers. And therefore, though it may be many times assailed and weakened, yet it gets the victory, growing up in many to the attainment of a full assurance through Christ, who is both the author and finisher of our faith. Two things are brought forward in this, the final paragraph of chapter 14. We see the fact of the distinctiveness of faith, and then the fruit of its distinctiveness. The fact is this: though saving faith may exist in the heart in greatly varying degrees of vigor or strength, yet whether weak or strong, it is different in kind or nature from any other or temporary faith that false believers may have. This means that there is a faith and a common grace which do not save, and which the unconverted may possess. Not all grace is special grace or saving grace. God's kindness is shown even to the non-elect, and sometimes bursts in them a kind of temporary faith. But saving faith is not different from false faith merely because it lasts longer. It is different in kind or nature from such faith. It is of a different quality entirely, no matter how weak. But then the confession speaks of how it manifests this different quality or its fruit. It confronts all the temptations which assail it, and gradually and eventually overcomes them. It increases in strength. It even brings the weak believer, in many cases, to a full assurance through Christ of his salvation. Saving faith is not then merely different in degree from false faith. It is qualitatively different and will manifest over the long term in a Christian's life. Our present degree of faith, this is the comfort and encouragement, and our present degree of assurance of salvation is not all there is. More can and will unfold from true saving faith.